My name's Noah Dauncey, and I own a small business, Noah John Design. And what I do for my clients is develop one-off to small production solutions for their technical problems. And I offer these solutions to small businesses, end users, and even some entrepreneurs right now. Before joining the lab, I'd already been in business for 2 years and had probably a handful of clients, probably like half a dozen. I'd say half of that was through family friends actually, and was sort of just, as I was in school, I realized that this is something I really like and really am passionate about, and that's just designing solutions for people. And I use my experience of working in like the metalworking and fabrication and machining industries to sort of design solutions related to those and the problems that are sort of can be solved by those industries. And yeah, so I was around for 2 years, and I was kind of on this thing of like I really want to find a mentor. I realized I need to either find like a mentor or a co-founder, somebody to just help like elevate the business. And I think to elevate the business is to elevate myself, because it's such a small business at this point. I would say confidence was my biggest issue when starting my business. Confidence that you're actually doing the right things. Often when you're starting, like I found when I was starting my business that I had no idea what to do or how to do it. So that was a big thing. It's just the confidence I was constantly struggling with. It's like, is this going to work? Oh, is this the way to do this? Is this how I should quote this? Who should I talk to about this? Do I do cash on delivery? Should I try to take payment ahead of time? There's all these questions that I had as I was working as a small business. And so confidence was an issue. And then also just, I would say consistency, like setting a goal of just, it's not so much what the outcome of your of your business is, it's actually just staying consistent. But like, this is what you want to do, this is what you enjoy doing, and staying consistent to serve your clients. The desire to gain a mentor was a really big reason for me to join the lab. How to think like a business owner and how to think differently, because I realized that my sort of programming of life, that I wasn't maybe catering myself the best that I could to my clients. The time in the lab was interesting. I had just finished my actual Conestoga program, and so I graduated and was now working full time. And then my time in the lab was balanced with that full-time job, and I found that it was actually really helpful, because the lab teaches you to sort of think way differently. It teaches you how to think like a client of your potential business, think like the owner of your potential business that you're trying to start. And these sort of things, you can use that same thought process in your day-to-day life. And I found myself thinking differently at my full-time job, thinking about problems differently, thinking about solutions from a different perspective. And then the workload was, like, I would say, really a good part of the program, because it's not just nothing. It's not like I don't know how to describe it, but it really forces you to actually dive into what you have to do. Like, there's due dates for certain things, and there's actual like your coach is, like Coach Marios for me was actually right there. It's like weekly or bi-weekly meetings, and then having larger, like the whole community, just the whole environment of being in the lab was sort of a whole new change for what you may think, like what I thought like a business incubator was going to be like. It's so much more of just like a sort of wiring of how you think you should work. Is neat to me.